Loop. I was kind of just wandering around shit, so apologies. I have a new setup for my camera, so if it looks like I'm angry a lot, I think it's because of the angle that has my face now. But I promise I'm not angry. Or it's my resting bitch face. Honestly, it feels like it tracks my face a little bit better from this angle, probably because it gets the light. We're gonna start with my Zenless Zone Zero dailies because I haven't done them yet. And we'll see where we go from there. I might do Marvel Rivals, I might do Minecraft, I might do Crab Champions. We'll see where I go from there. I just didn't really feel like focusing on story or side quest stuff in Soul Hackers.
Coffee to jumpstart your day. Sometimes stopping to take a break can help you go further.
Stopping to take a break can help you go further. No good ticket. Badge. I'm making Anton work off his debt to me after making me draw fucking like 20 of his weapons instead of Nicole's. So he's working at the shop permanently. Originally, I liked doing Nicole as the person running my shop or working my shop because it was like a family-run business, but not anymore. I literally just picked this because it was she had a cool design. I was like, oh, I haven't done the side quest. I think I've unlocked a bunch of different side quests now. Yeah, wow. Alright, we're gonna go do... So right now I'm just working on getting everybody up to max. So we need a little bit... We need money, actually. So if we go... What's replenish materials? Oh, okay. Actually, we don't need any more money. But we will need money. So I might do a custom run for Evelyn's where it is like mostly fire upgrades and then some money upgrades. Because I have Nicole maxed. Like, actually maxed. I don't know if her weapon's maxed. I'll have to double check that. Obviously, it's not maxed for the upgrades, but... It definitely feels like my characters are actually maxed. Like, before... Not to say that these fights were hard, they just took, like, a time and there was, like, combos that I'd have to do. Where now I don't feel like I need to do them. Like, I finished them before I even need to get those combos off. I did not mean to do that. I don't know why I did that. Ah, it's killed them anyways. I feel like that should be enough, or we have to do one more. Yeah. That's what I thought. So with this, she's maxed, other than needing the hamsters. I have... Oh, they're 16 because I have her straight maxed. Okay, that's why I was confused. Okay, because I remember I told Tree, I was like, oh, the hamster cage just let it get to 16 out of 15, but it's because I have her maxed for stats, or for cinema. I have her C6'd that her stats are at 16. Okay. That's really kind of cool. Alright, now we gotta do Evelyn's stuff.
I'll protect you from any danger.
But because I'm kind of running low on money a bit, I'm probably doing fine. But because I'm running low on money, I'm going to do custom. We'll do a custom deck. We'll go... I'll go fire and money. I feel like could maybe be a good plan. I also want to look at building another team. I kind of want to look at some teams that we can play around with. I think the biggest issue is Nicole's my favorite character, but when Nicole only gets the bonus, the team bonus, from people on her team. And unless I'm running Anby, I don't really want anybody on from her team on a team.
It's over.
Because you sure as hell know I'm not getting Billy. So we'll see. I don't think it will get us as much fire up materials, but unfortunately it doesn't really feel like there's any good missions or events happening right now. There is an event for double disc rewards, but I don't really want to do that right now.
Weakling.
I do need a fire damage main stat disc for Evelyn. I don't have that yet. I don't think I have all of them for everyone yet, but
Sorry, no one gets past me.
we'll do the 20 extra for just some coins. That's what I like about these, is you can do them like, they'll cost 100 energy or like 20 energy.
Okay.
We just finish them off super quick. Okay. What do I want to do here? Do I have enough to rank her up in any skills? What was the skills that it was telling me? Upgrade suggestions, alt, and primary, E, and switch. Can I level up your alt anymore? So, insufficient material, so basic, maybe? Yeah, I can upgrade your basic. But yeah, I'm running out of money is the issue.
I'll protect
I'm
you
gonna have to
from
just do
anything.
runs for money. Oh. Cool. Yeah, there's no events going on that I need to do. Because these are all... Already done that. Already done this. Haven't done this. Oh, I never... Oh, have I not done this? Oh. Did not know. I assume this event is forever anyways, but then also, why did they let me skip? Oh, I wanted to make... Can you make teams here, or do I need to... I feel like you need to go someplace to do that. Alright, maybe we just... Whenever they set me into... Whenever they send me to a new place, where I actually have to fight. So they're probably going to give me, like, trial characters, and I'm not going to be able to change stuff. What is this? Yeah, because it's going to be like, you can't... Shut up. Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Because I'm thinking my next strategy, or my next team I want to build, is I want to get another character, but I want Bernice and Lucy, probably the next characters I want to build after I finish Evelyn. And I'm wondering, though, is if Evelyn would be a good person to team up with them to have triple fire, and then maybe try to find someone else for Miyabi and Nicole. Okay, so we have to look for these crystals. Oh, one of these. Okay. Sometimes I get really confused on those. In this? Nice. That's kind of fun. What the heck? This is actually kind of fun. Fun puzzles and gacha games? Never. Except for Infinity Neki, which is the entirety of the game. I should play Infinity Nikki again at some point.
It's over.
What? I like the areas being all like gray, and then when you get up to the people, they've been given color. Ugh. I wonder if they're like sick. I probably would know if I actually like read the story or listened to people talking to me. Oh my. Supply voucher. Increase disorder damage. Sure. And then we can do... That's a lot of reading. Dodge counter and quick assist. She will automatically chain into the alt frost storm, unleashing a blast of air. Oh, yeah, that sounds nice. Energy generation. Ooh. And then supplies, redeemable. I might hold on to these. I know they're probably going to give us enough to purchase anything, but I'm going to keep that for right now. I think this is already the one we've already done. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Yanagi. And Miyobi. She's kind of cool. I don't know if she's my favorite. The next character I do want to get... Like, I don't have a character that I want to build other than Lucy and Bernice right now. But another character that I do want to get... I don't know if they ever... What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Next, ZZZ
There's nothing to do. You should
banner.
practice the blade.
Upcoming
Use that first.
banner. Lucy Billy. Oh, and Julian. Okay. I don't know if I want her, but she would be
Should I
kind of
write you
cool.
something?
Juwan. April 2nd to the 22nd. Oh, my eye's so itchy. I know I shouldn't scratch it, though. Here until my sleep meds kick in? Fair enough. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of tired, but it's for more of a fun reason than anything else. But I went to it's not really a convention, it's more of like a little like
It's over.
shops area where you can buy like figures, collectibles, art pieces. It's run by the people that run like the big convention near me. but it's not the big convention. But it was really cool. I went there. I got there because my friends were like, "We're gonna go at 12," and I'm like, "Cool." And then I got in the car, you know, went there, and then they texted me, "Oh yeah, no, we're not going until I'm picking everyone up at 12:30." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm already here at like 12:15, so they got here at 1. Got there at 1." So I was like, "Okay, that's not big a deal," but I explored around a bit. And
Wait here.
I got some cool stuff. I spent too much money, even though I literally just said like a couple streams ago I'm not spending any more money. I ended up spending a lot of money buying Pokemon cards. Mainly because there's a lot of Pokemon cards that I don't need, but I needed, you know? I want to collect all the Ralts cards, and there's a part of me that was like, maybe I should try to collect all of, like, every, like, variant of Ralts, but also, like, their, you know, their whole line. So, like, Gardevoir, Gallade, Kirlia. And I'm not gonna do that, but I ran into a couple Gardevoir cards that were kind of rare. And... or at least ones I don't see very often. And ones I don't have. And they were on for a good price, so I had to buy them. What's up, Potato? So I got there's a set of Pokemon cards called Celebrations that have like the 20-year logo, 25-year logo on them or something. And there's in that one there's a Delta Gardevoir card that's it's a Gardevoir, but it's fire type instead of psychic type. So I picked up that because I saw that at another card show, but they were selling the whole set, and the whole set was like $250. So I'm like, I'm not buying this whole set just for this one card. And then he just happened to be there, and he sold it to me for $7. So I'm like, absolutely have to take this. And then I saw another Gardevoir card for like, I think it was $1 or $1.50. And then I bought a third Gardevoir card for $10. And then I bought a Blood Moon Ursaluna, a Fion card, a Dolliv. I had a Smoliv, but I'm pretty sure I dropped it. I don't know where that went. And yeah, those are all like each a buck, and an Alcremie, which was 50 cents. And it was from a guy that I always see, and he always gives me good deals, so I felt good spending my money there because I like him. But the coolest things I got, I'll need to show you guys, send a picture. The coolest thing I got was this guy was selling, he was selling wood cut, so like he laser cuts Pokemon cards out of wood, and then his wife paints them, and they were so cool. So there are all these like different EXs and stuff. I'll have to share in the Discord later. But I got a Mega Tyranitar one, or it might have been a regular Tyranitar one, but I got a Tyranitar one, and then we were doing our last rounds, right? And they were $5 each, dude. Like they were $5. So it was like for $5, it was 5 for color, 3 for not color, and I'm like, for $5, dude, that's an insane deal. And so I had to pick it up. But then I saw when we were doing our last rounds, because my friend was like, I'm gonna do one more walk around the thing. As we walked around, we happened to he was in kind of a corner that was really hard to get into because it had other Pokemon card related things. So it was really, really hard to get there because everybody was clamoring for the Pokemon cards. And I caught a glimpse of this, like, it's an alt art of Mousehold. If you guys know, it's like the full art with all the Mouseholds, and they're like eating berries and shit in the tree. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to spend any more money, but I literally just saw that, and that's like one of my favorite Pokemon, so I picked that one up, and it's really beautiful. Like, she did such a good job painting it, so it was really fun. I was like, you know, if I'm gonna spend my money, I might as well spend it at the guy I like store, who always gives me a good deal, and always has good deals on cards, and a couple that's doing this for, like, you know, the love of the art and not trying to make money. It's not some guy that's like, you know, they're not some dude that's going to like the EB Games and buying out the whole stock, you know. Like, support people local businesses that you actually like and feel like are giving value, and I like these guys. So, but yeah, it was super cool. I'll have to send a pic. because it was super nice. No Gardevoir or Ralts cards. I almost, there's that Latios card, the tag team Latios and Latios card, where they're like making a heart shape with their bodies. I was this close to picking that one up, but I was like, I've already spent $10 here. I've already spent like 30 in total. I can't justify another purchase. Yeah, but it's $5 for a colored one, and you're gonna look at them and you're gonna be like, that is like really good. You would see stuff that like one of them would be like 10. They had like big ones that were kind of like almost posters, like stuff you'd put on your wall for like 15. It was so nice. So yeah, good deals all around. It was a really crazy day. You know, it's a good deal day when I'm the one of my friends that spent the most, because I usually spend nothing. I buy like one card maybe for $1 or something. I never spend anything at these conventions, and I just kept seeing deal after deal. I was like, fuck, man, I have to. Yeah, it was good deals all around. Good day all around. Just very busy, a lot of walking, as you will, you know. But something that made me laugh was my friend. There's this guy I always buy games from. If I buy a game, it's usually from him. And how would we get up there? Hold? If I tap it, but if I hold it, yeah. Huh. Something with this? Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, maybe I have to touch something up here. Huh. But my friend was considering buying Mario Kart for the Wii off of him. And it was like a $45 game, so not a bad price, you know. But $45 is $45 at the end of the day. And my friend just goes like, he's thinking about it, sitting there, and the seller is like watching them. And my friend goes, I have Mario Kart for the Wii at my house if you just want it, because like I haven't played my Wii in forever. And he's like, oh, my friend's like, oh, I wouldn't want to just take it from you. Would you like sell it to me? And he's like, yeah, sure, if you want to buy it off me, sure. And like, cool, you'd do a good deal for that? And he's like, yeah, of course. And so they're just like talking about this, and you just see the seller just staring at them, and I'm just kind of laughing. Because he's like, really? You're cutting into my sales? He's a good dude as far as I'm aware. Obviously, I don't know any of these people personally, but from what I see, they're pretty good. Like, you have those people that have, like, good sales, good deals, good people, and then you have the people that are like, oh, how much is that, like, you know, that common Turtonator card, right? And they'll be like, let me check. Oh, last time I checked, it's $3.37 on this website. It's like, really, dude? Like, it's like a non-hollow common. Really? Like, you're really gonna, like, price check this? You can't just like give me something for it, like a deal with it or something? Like, it's really that important to you? All right. Oh, sorry. And also another funny little story was my friend's actually building a deck because he actually plays the game, and he found a trainer card that he really wanted, and then he found another card that he just liked, I guess. And he's like, oh, sweet, I'm gonna go get this. And he picks them up, he goes up to the guy running the stall, he's like, hello, sir. This one was from your $1 one, and this one was like your 25-cent one. And the guy looks at the cards and goes, oh, yeah, those are probably worthless. You can just have them. My friend's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He would have probably made $2 off it, but he was like, yeah, you can just have them. Those are probably worthless. But I went and bought a card from him anyways later. That was $2 because my friend... So, my friends and I'm not doing it as crazily as they are, but my friends and I want to try and get a card of every Pokemon, so we have the whole Pokedex just of different cards and, like, card arts we like. And he was like, the only Pokemon from Gen 1 that I need is Seaking, and I was like, there's 100% a Seaking over there, in, like, this big box of things. And he's like, you think so? I'm like, 100%. I'm like, this guy has basically only Gen 1 cards. Like, 120% he has that. He has Seaking. There's literally no way he doesn't. And he's like, oh, if you think so. And I'm like, you want me to go look for you? Will you wait in line for this thing? And he's like, yeah. And so I just scour through this, like, this, Gen 1, like, card section. It's like, I think it's the reprints of the old set, like the first set, base set. And I'm scrolling through and I find one for $2. I pick it up. I'm like, here you go. He goes, did you buy that? I'm like, yeah, I just picked it up. It was $2. And so he has all of Gen 1 now. And it was actually a really cool one because it was it was the Misty Seaking card. So, and it was in really good condition. I honestly wonder if it's fake, because it looks in such a good condition.
I swear on my blade.
But hey, it's not my card, so I don't care if it's fake. God dang it. I hate fighting Jane Doe's clone. Especially because it seems like she resists ice. But a lot of good deals today, a lot of nice people chatting with. They also, there's this old, and I might be outing myself, I don't know if this is a socially acceptable anime to like, but there's this old anime series, I think it's still around actually, called Tenchi Muyo, I think it was called. And I remember watching it forever ago, and I remember thinking it was pretty cool. And at one of the stalls, they just had a Tenchi Muyo figure, and I was like, they made these? And it was 100% of, like, the time when it came out, just because you can kind of tell sometimes when you're looking at things, like, oh yeah, this was made, like, 20 years ago, you know? And I was like, that's kind of cool, and I kind of want to pick it up just to have it, because, like, that's a cool show and stuff. But then I was also, 1, where am I going to put it? 2, it's $25. 3, it doesn't even look that cool. How's it going, Angel? But I was this close to picking it up. I was like, that is just cool enough that I might want it.
How did the Irradiant Core form?
A lot of Pokemon cards today, which makes sense, but it just seems like Pokemon cards are super big ticket items right now, but they're all so expensive. My friends bought a pack of Pokemon cards, the Surging Strikes, I believe, for $14 each. They both bought one pack, and I was just like, I can't justify spending $14 on a Pokemon card knowing that I'm not going to get anything. Like, just knowing I'm not going to get anything. So, they pulled some stuff that they wanted. Like, my friend pulled a really good trainer card, because, again, he actually plays the game. So I was like, that's cool, I'm glad. But play mall. I think this has like a whole, yeah, this has a whole thing I can do because I didn't know I could do it. But okay, before we do this, I want to check something. I want to go. I think I need to go somewhere to test it or to check this. So I'm just gonna teleport to the combat simulation. This is gonna annoy me, isn't it? If they're gonna make me reset, just do that. I just want to check my team. That's all I want to do right now. Because I want to go preset config. So I want to see, like,
Eradicate all
what
evil.
the team I would want. So if I selected
Asset confirmed.
Evelyn...
Preparing to move out.
Alright, let me deploy this preset.
All protection
So
from
if I do
any
Evelyn, Bernice, all three of them are happy because they're all fire types, right? So for Evelyn, she just either needs a support character. Oh wait, when another character in your squad is a stun or support character is what Evelyn wants. Lucy's a support character. When another character in your squad is an anomaly character or shares the same faction. So I think that means it's because Lucy's here. And then Lucy is when another character in your squad shares the same attribute or faction. The guard boys inherit Lucy's crit rate and crit damage. So this would be a team that we could actually deploy and would have the 3 buffs. If I were to swap Evelyn from here, who would... Okay, so look at this, right? We'd either need when another character in your squad has the same attribute or faction, so we'd need an anomaly character or an ether damage character, or someone in the same faction. So we needed ether damage, and then this one is a support character, and that's Evelyn. So she'll be happy with Evelyn, and this is another person that just wants a support character. So we would be looking for another ether character, which I don't have. I actually don't have any other ether characters. That'd be Astra. Would have been the ether character to get. That's why I kind of want to maybe go for Juan, because this is she was just the banner a little bit ago. She's the next banner. And those are the only 2 other ether characters. The only other way is, I guess I could get her. She's part of the same faction as her. And then we could pull for number 0 Ambi, or just run regular Ambi, but I don't want to. I don't like... Not that I don't like Ambi, but it's just... they're not my favorite.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
Maybe I just have to wait for another ether character. I don't know. I know there's another new character coming out at some point. Do we know? I think she's probably electric, but... Is that new soldier? Yeah, she's electric. That's what I thought. Alright, and then... Let's do this, because I just spent 15 to get the 20 back. I've been thinking of doing signs in my Minecraft world that are like custom textures on a not a sign, on a map. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make some funny train like signs for when the train happens. We also, me and my friends tested out, and you can name tag creakings now, and they will stay in your world during the day. You still need the creaking heart, but they'll stay in your world, which is nice. So that's gonna be something I want to do. That's really nice for the resin farms as well, because you can have the resin farm working 24/7 rather than only at night. Okay. Back to working on... Oh, that was not the button I wanted to press. Back to working on this. Oh, I can activate gear. Oh, I need to have this one unlocked as well. She will automatically dodge the attack when Shibi Miyabi is attacked by an enemy. She will automatically dodge the attack. Basic frost damage, increase anomaly proficiency. Oh, and we can also level up her. We need to save some for her too. Okay. I can redeem some more. Cool. Let's go here. Did these give me? Did these side missions give me? They don't give me like polychrome, but they do give me other stuff to get polychrome. Resin is only generated in the night though. Resin's only generated in the night? Oh, I'll have to test that. That sucks then. But that does kind of suck. That's kind of doesn't really make any sense, but that's random. Yeah, I'm interested. I'll have to test that out. Yeah, I'll have to see how that works.
My blade is already healed.
It doesn't make it like worthless, but it does just make it a little bit not as good.
It's over. Waste of time. Surrender.
I haven't played with Sukaku in so long. Arguably, I should put Sukaku on the next team that I want to make because I need... Or I've already kind of built her, but I'm probably not going to.
Watch out.
Also, speaking of buying things when I shouldn't be buying stuff, I bought the new Venom bundle in Marvel Rivals. That lets you get the costume coin, costume token, and the Venom skin for $5. It's $5 Canadian after tax. It's just under $5, but it's basically $5. So I've been a bad boy. Been purchasing a lot of stuff recently. When I said I wasn't gonna buy anything else.
It's over. Press forward. Mind and body. Resistance is futile. I'm here. Here we go. It's pointless to resist. My heart is a mirror. Weaker.
I gotta fix this one too. I was showing off my world to Minty the other day, my Minecraft world, and I was showing it off to my friend Kuruemi. But Kuruemi is gonna get killed because in Minecraft. Because so I was testing out what I wanted designs for the shrine, because we were trying to build that shrine that was gonna be where we put the lodestones in the overworld, and I want to kind of make a bunch of different shrines that are all somewhat relatively the same, maybe just change out the colors of things. And Clemmy's like trying to explain, like, she's like, I got this idea for you, right? Like, I got this cool shrine idea, trust. And I'm like, okay. And so she starts describing the shrine idea to me, and I'm just like, this is getting really complicated. And it was taking like a really long time to explain, and I'm sitting here like, what? I was like, Clemmy, and after a while I was like, Clemmy, is this from like a YouTube video or something? Like, are you following a tutorial? How's it going, T? I'm like, are you following a tutorial, Clemmy? And she's like, no, trust, I'm making this up as I go along. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, Clemmy, if this is I'm like, if I find out that this is a YouTube tutorial or something, I'm gonna be very upset. And she's like, no, trust. And then, it takes like 3 hours of her describing me this thing, and it was just like, we finally finished it, but it was giving me a real bad headache. And it was just like, okay, cool, thank you. I'll consider using this as a design. And then, I don't know if there's anything over here other than that. And then, not yesterday, but the day before that, we were working on that shrine again, because I wasn't sold on the roof, right? I wanted to kind of ask people's opinion on the roof. Oh, no, this was where that... Oh, snuck around. So... Okay, I didn't see there. And so we were doing that for like another hour. And while I was Googling like shrine roofs or whatever, I thought I was having a stroke. Because I see the picture. I see a picture of something that I built in my world. And I said, I never took this picture. And then I realized it's the fucking shrine that Clemmy made me build by her describing it to me. Instead of just fucking telling me. Or just showing me the picture. And she was like, no, I'm making this up as I go along, trust. And I'm like, Clemmy, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, last stream I was like, Sleepy, I'm gonna kill her. He's like, did you find it? I'm like, yes, because we all knew it was something. We were all like, it has to be something. How was your stream today, T? I saw that you were streaming. How did that go? Oh, my eye. I must have popped like a blood vessel or something. It's really sore.
No, I need to cheer everyone.
This woman's legs, like, respectfully, are fucking crazy, dude. Okay, just had to get the inner thoughts out real quick. Apologies. Her legs just go all the way up, dude.
My blade is already sheathed. Weakling.
Oh, how's it going, Rize? Pulchara. Pulchara. I like Pulchara. I just met her in the story, if you would believe it or not. I just met her in the story. She has a really funny introduction to the game. Spoilers for anybody that doesn't know, but I don't really pay attention to the story. I only watch the cutscenes they force me to watch. But it's like she's part of a biker gang with like an orangutan guy, and Bernice and them are like looking for scrap parts of stuff in like the outer edges of the desert, and I guess Pulchara wants to fuck them up, and so Bernice is like, oh, look at all this cool stuff, nobody's got to it yet, and Pulchara has like a bomb planted on it, blows Bernice up, sends her flying, right? And she's like, we had the upper hand, so blah, 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 blah. And she's like holding the gun to Bernice's neck and is like, ha ha ha, like seductive whispering, I'm a Catwoman. And then Bernice is just like, oh, so soft. And then she's like, and warm. And then the cat girl starts freaking out because Bernice is lighting her tail on fire with her flamethrower. Yeah, I love Bernice. I love Bernice's little dances. Let him smash. Oh, that's a bomb. Please stop jumping me to the bomb. Like, this woman is just, whew. I think I'm kind of into her. I wasn't super into her before, but I think I'm kind of into her. She seems like the type of woman that would, like, you know, I would follow to the ends of the earth because she would tell me what to do. I'm not into dominant women. I'm just a little thick-headed, and dominant women know what they want. They'll just tell me what they want. I don't have to think. She's fine, a little too human for my taste in a video game. Fair enough. Are you? So you're like you're full into like the like animalistic characters, which makes sense. But is it they gotta be full animal body, or is it like they can be like just have cat ears or something? Like does the like basically a human but with like cat ears? Is that like you know, or is that like could be better? You know, where's that rank on your stuff? Something to hold on to or beat me with. Fascinating. We're learning a lot today. I dressed up like a cat made for your boyfriend? That's pretty fire. I mean, that's just true love, isn't it? If you can't dress up as a cat made for your boyfriend, do we really want to... This is a country, okay? This is a free country, right? I would never go to, like, a maid cafe. But if I had, like, a girlfriend or a wife that wanted to do that stuff for me, you know? I wouldn't mind once in a while. They don't have to do it always. Because he went to the bathroom and it was like a 2-minute later, bam, I was dressed up. That's pretty fun. That's cute. Magical girl transformation ass.
It's over. Press forward. Weakling.
I never expected.
Would I put on a maid dress though? I have put on a maid dress, not in real life, but in anime VTuber land. I don't know if you guys could ever find that VOD. I don't know if I have it saved anywhere, but I dressed up as in a maid outfit one time. It was pink. IRL chain as a maid. I don't know if I would be a maid. The One Piece. I don't know if I would want to dress up as a maid. I do think that like it's fun and cool and stuff, but I just don't know if that would make me feel comfortable, to be honest. Sexy butler. I would definitely dress up as a butler for sure. I would 100% do that. But a maid in real life, I don't think I would do maid. Butler, I would absolutely dig that. The worst part would just be getting like the suit on and stuff. You want to try drag? That's fair enough. I just don't think, for me personally, it's just not for like for my taste, but I think it's cool. I went to a drag show one time. I went to Latrice Royale, I believe her name was, and she was hilarious. I don't know. I think drag wouldn't be very go or the clothing option.
Are you
Yeah, I
ready?
don't know.
The location
Sometimes it
is
sucks
disaster.
because I feel like maybe I'm just not a fashionista, but I feel like when I look at guys' clothing, I'm like, there's nothing that's really cool. Like, I don't ever feel like there's like good cool men's clothes other than like, t-shirt, jeans, I wore a really cool Hawaiian Pokemon shirt today at the convention, but like I look at my wardrobe and I'm like, I don't know. I've like nothing. I don't think I could like put something on and look, super good that people would be like, wow, you look super good. At best, I'll look like a greaser. I'll look gabagoopilled out of my fucking mind. And before you come at me, I'm Italian.
Surrender.
I had my fucking cheeks pinched at the age of 2, okay? By many Italian grandmothers and aunts. I paid my dues, I can say it. How can we ball and go naked? Worth the price? True. Yes, actually, I'm a picky eater, so, you know, like, when I was very young, I used to eat, like, pasta sauce. I don't really like pasta sauce now, to be honest. That might be, like, a cardinal sin of being Italian, but I don't know. I don't really like tomatoes other than ketchup, to be honest. I think that's my main thing, but we always had really good, like, bread, really good chicken. There's like a really good Italian chicken. I have the family recipe book now. My aunt or my Zia made me the recipe book because she was like, I was always thinking about maybe going back and making a recipe book with all the family recipes, but I didn't think anyone would be interested in it. I was like, I am 100% interested in it, absolutely, because I kept asking her, or not kept asking her, but I asked her. I don't know if she made it. She must have made it, but like someone made like these chicken breasts that were so fucking good. They're like breaded and shit, and we were having Parmesan cheese on it, and it was like a chicken Parmesan thing without like the pasta, and it was like so fucking good, and I was like, I want that so goddamn bad. And I kept telling her about that, and she was like, oh well, I'll just give you the recipe book. And so I got the recipe book. The Italian Bible, basically. Yeah, it literally is the Italian Bible. And then I play around with different like food ideas. Like I'll make my own like I'm going to try to make, this or that, like try to make a cool smoothie or something, or like make a pizza and put different stuff on the pizza, or I made like tofu chicken fingers that were pretty nice. And then if I ever think of stuff, I'll write it down and then put it in the recipe book. So I can go to it later down the line. But I did make the chicken breast one time. So good. It's like you put them in like oil and then put them through flour, and then you like put the floured oiled chicken into like eggs, and then put them like bread both sides and cook them. It's so, I need to make them again. I need to get them. I think it's not done with breasts actually. I think it's done with chicken cutlets. I think it's cutlets, not breasts, but it's so good. Sorry for, like, making anyone hungry. Define pasta sauce, because I'd argue good sauce are creams, cheeses, and oil-based. Like tomato sauce is what I mean. Like red sauce, like tomato sauce with, like, herbs and spices. I'd probably be more into it now that I'm older. But I kind of just like plain pasta. It's just simple, it's easy. But maybe I need to try and make a sauce myself, and then maybe I'll like it. Oh, sweetie, I'm already hungry. You know what? That's fair. I just finished eating. Blah. Ah. I imagine most machinery is weak to electric, but I think one of them is weak to, like, fire.
Are you even aiming?
Are you even aiming?
Heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
Garlic butter noodle carbonara. Carbonara. I like basically any pasta other than frickin' Olive Garden. Olive Garden always gets my order wrong every single time.
My blade is already
So I've given up on them. The only good thing at Olive Garden is their breadsticks. Controversial opinion. The nochi soup is alright? I never heard of that, but that's pretty cool sounding.
Fancy testing my aim?
perimeter under control. Swift and decisive.
If you got to the Olive Garden soup, salad, breadsticks, eat 30 sticks, 3 bowls of salad, and one soup. Yeah, I like their breadsticks. That's about the best they got, but I'm not a huge fan of them. And the last 3 times I went, they just got my order wrong. Like, it pissed me off so much. I literally, and this is the thing, you might be like, oh, well, you know, someone would say, I literally go, can I get plain pasta? No sauce, nothing, just give me plain pasta. And they go, okay. And then one time, they didn't bring me plain pasta, they just brought me regular pasta, and they fucking, you know, was like, whatever, well, we forgot. The second time, they gave me tomato paste on it with pasta, because they thought I wanted a plain sauce. So they put, I don't know what a plain sauce is, but they just put tomato paste on it. And then the third time, they didn't give me the sauce, they just gave me vegetables on top of it, like, put, like, the onions and shit on it instead of the sauce, just without the tomato part. And I'm just like,
The irradiant core is deep in
I was like, I will eat this. This is the closest you guys have gotten, but this is the third time you've gotten it wrong. And I am gonna lose my mind in a moment. Oh, I need that maybe that's not. Yeah, it's literally, I'm like, literally just put butter on it and nothing else. Butter and cheese. And they're like, okay, cool. Fucking the tomato paste pissed me off. Because I'm like, this is fucking weaponized ignorance. You know what I asked you for. You cannot look at me and say what I said was put tomato paste on my fucking pasta noodles. You 100% understand that that was not the correct choice. Whether you think it's a fucking other thing, you know, like, if you're like, oh, maybe it was something else, you know that that wasn't the answer. You know that wasn't the answer. That shit just genuinely pissed me off, because I was like, you deserve a kick in the teeth. It was like the one time I went to this, I don't even remember what restaurant it was, but it was when I was very young, and I didn't like anything on the menu other than the mac and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. And what they did, I think about this and I get annoyed, but what they did for macaroni and cheese was not macaroni and cheese, was not like a macaroni with a cheese sauce on it, or like Kraft Dinner macaroni, or like literally anything that would make sense. They gave me macaroni noodles with a slice of the American cheese slice thing, like what is it? I can't remember what the slices are called, but like the shit you would put on like a hamburger or something, like that kind of melty cheese, just on top of the fucking thing. Pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, Kraft cheese, exactly. That was the word I was thinking. I was like Kraft Dinner, but I'm like, that's not right. Kraft Singles, yeah, that thing. Yeah, they put that on top. It wasn't even like mixed around. It was literally, they took the raw, like the noodles that they just cooked and put it in the thing. Yeah, so gross. They didn't do anything. Like, not that I would want it mixed around or anything, but like, because it's still gonna be gross, but at least like fucking attempt to do something. Yeah, they didn't even try. It was annoying, aggravating. No, I'm not putting it that way. A lot of cool puzzles in this. But yeah. Thank you for listening to my food TED Talk. I got a new shelf for my clothing. It's like a bookshelf that I'm gonna put all my clothes on now, because the dresser that I had for my clothes was more of like a office, like, baskets for things like papers and stuff, and so a lot of my clothes didn't fit there, and there was not enough drawers for it. So we got a new like bookshelf for my clothes, and now I reorganized a lot of my things. So now I have my old shelf that I used to use for my clothes is now under my desk. The thing that was under my desk that hold all my papers and my controllers is now going to hold my TV remotes. And I have a VCR DVD Toshiba thing that I'm using to digitize VHSs, and I'm using that to stand up my monitor, because my monitor is really nice, but the way that it's set up is that naturally the way I look at my monitor, I'm looking down rather than looking straight forward, and it's really been, I feel like I've been really hunched over and stiff, and it's been fucking up my neck. And now I have it set so that it naturally is, my eyesight is naturally in the middle of the screen, and it's really nice. And then it also makes it super easy for when I need to digitize a VCR or a VHS. I don't have to get up. I can just pop it in here, look at the other computer to make sure it's recording, and then do whatever I want. Pop it out, super easy. It's really nice. If I ever want to watch a DVD, I could just easily put the DVD in there, even though I have a Blu-ray player right next to me. That will probably do the same thing. But it's kind of cool. Yeah, I got the craziest setup. It's got multiple generations of technology on my desk.
Such provocations don't go unanswered.
I have a Blu-ray disc drive player. I have a a VCR, VHS, and DVD player. I have my laptop from like 4 years or 5 years ago. I have a modern computer. So I like how my room is right now. It's got a little bit more space, and then I kind of took some stuff off my shelf that have been there forever and cleaned up my shelf. Because I haven't really been cleaning my room. I'm a really bad cleaner when it comes to cleaning stuff. Especially because I just put stuff on the shelves and I don't want to move them or anything. So my shit gets dusty real bad. The only thing that I'm like kind of alright with when it comes to cleaning is making sure to vacuum. But that's usually because you guys redeem me to do push-ups. And then I go under my desk and go, holy shit, it's really dusty down here. Does this send me up all the way? No. Probably be from here. I love the little proxy missions that you do when you play as your little Bangaboo. I hate the snapping sound in the music in this background, because I don't, it sounds like someone's behind me. One day, so Crab Champions updated, like, 2 days ago, and it's been a big update, and the game has really changed since the update, which, at the beginning I didn't know if I liked it, but now I'm kind of okay with it. I think there's always stuff you can improve on, but I kind of gotten used to a lot of the stuff that I didn't like about it. The game's definitely gotten a bit harder, but on the first day, I wanted to... Basically, to diamond a weapon is to play the game on the hardest difficulty, which is True Nightmare. Well, the hardest difficulty that's canonical. Because I think you have to diamond all your weapons to get True Chaos mode. But True Nightmare is, like, the hardest regular difficulty. And I was like, I want to diamond the new weapon. Not a huge fan of the new weapon, but I don't think it's terrible. I think it just needs better, like, range, maybe. But I was, like, stressing out about it because I couldn't win with it. Because it basically kills all of your momentum when you use it, and that's what I don't like about it. Because it makes it really easy for you to, like, the update made things, every enemy basically hit harder, and, when you're standing still, you're gonna get hit more often because it kills your momentum. So, I was kind of getting annoyed by it, but I decided to lock in the story. So this is where the story is going. I decided, like, I'm gonna just lock in and try my best. It was, like, 5 in the morning while I was playing this, right? One of the only nights that I've stayed up on my own volition. Like, this was actually my fault that I'm staying up this late. But I'm like, okay, let's just lock in. I put on, like, this ASMR video that got into my recommendations, and I was like, yeah, I'll just listen to this, whatever. Like, it's an hour long, sure. And I was listening to it, but I was so locked in on my game that whenever the person did anything in the ASMR, I kept being like, is there someone fucking behind me? Like, I kept forgetting that I was listening to the video. So they would, like, put something down on their table. Like, what the fuck was that? So it's really funny. I was so focused. I did end up winning that run, too. But you have to play on the hardest difficulty and beat the game twice to diamond a weapon. So it can get really hard, and the further you go into the game, the higher the damage is ramped up and the more enemies you have to face, so you can imagine it gets harder and harder as you go. I love Crab Champions, though. Still one of my favorite games of all time. I gotta remember to put games in the Game Awards, though, because I keep playing games and then forgetting about the Game Awards. It's weird, because I didn't forget all last year, and then this year I've been forgetting.
My blade is already sheathed.
Because I want to make the Game Awards a yearly thing for us. Just have a like a 3-hour stream just talking about games.
Mind and body.
Missed my ult because that thing is, I don't know where they are.
Resistance is futile.
Dude, what was that attack? She was like jorking it.
Weakling. No room for mercy.
She just kept unsheathing and sheathing the weapon. Oh, T, I don't know if you're still here, but, you know the bundle I was telling you about the other day? With the Venom skin? I bought it. I don't know if I told you that already, but I bought it. So, the next time we play, I'm gonna be an orange Venom. I may be a washed-up Venom, but I'll be an orange one. Venom was, like, one of the first tanks. I feel like Thor was the very first tank that I played that I was like, this is cool. And then I sort of played Penny and Venom. And I like Venom.
A message from Yanagi.
I like Venom, but it's just not my favorite. And, but one of my favorite recent times I played Venom. How's it going, Merlin? One of my recent times I played Venom, I was like, there was an insta-lock Spider-Man. No, I actually didn't insta-lock. I think he locked it in after I locked in Venom. So, maybe it was my fault. But I was like, I'm gonna go Venom this game. Oh no, the Spider-Man did the thing where he asks someone to play a character where they're like requesting team up. And I was like, if the Spider-Man's requesting a team up, hopefully he's good, because he's like, I need that team up to get like the insta kills. So I was like, okay, I'll do it just so he can get like the really good buffs. And then so I type in chat, I'm like, I'm a washed up Venom, but I'll do my best. And the guy kind of like goes, well, I'm a washed up Spider-Man, so it's okay. And I was like, cool. And then me and that dude fucking ran house that entire game. We were just eating their backline. Like, it was so fun. Like, me and him would just dive in at the exact same time, and they just couldn't do anything about us. You vibe so hard with the Thing. I love the Thing. He's so fun. The Thing and Venom are probably my two favorite. No, I think Thing and Penny are probably my two favorite, and then Venom. Venom's my favorite when I have like a good game with him. If I don't have a good game with him, then it's not as fun. But with Thing, it's so easy to just have a good time. It's easy to have a terrible time when you have a horrific Groot, but I don't think I talked about that on stream, but I had one game where a Groot just kept walling my ult every 2 seconds on my own team. And I was just like, please, please stop putting giant walls in front of me. Please.
Weakling.
But the Thing is great. The only problem with the Thing, I find, is that you kind of need healers to be, or characters to be near you, because his jump has a distance, but it's not the best, in my opinion. I've talked with people, and they're like, no, I really like his jump. And I like it. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's, like, the best, you know? For distance. Like, I've definitely had instances where I've gone to jump to someone and I just couldn't. So, So I've been in those positions where you turn around and you're spamming E because you're not close enough. So you need people kind of close to you. But he's really good for, like, when you're getting dove by a Black Panther, because he can cancel basically all of Black Panther's kit with his running attack. When he slams the ground, it makes a grounded effect, which causes characters to not be able to dash. It's the same reason why you can't dash of something like Namor's ult. It's because the water around your feet. So I really like that thing for that. Like, Black Panther dives on the healers, you jump to a healer to give them damage reduction, and then slam down and start. Everybody just needs to wail on the Black Panther, because the Black Panther can still get away. But if you hit him, it's like, cool, he's down. It's also kind of works with Spider-Man, but not really. It makes it so I don't think he can web out. Like, he can't web away. But it's not the best still for that. Spider-Man's still a little bit rough to deal with. And his right click does hit in the air, so you can hit flying characters a little bit. He's a really fun tank. I think, honestly, I would say is the best tank, but I think Doctor Strange is probably the best tank. Magneto is also very good. I think the problem with the only thing that the Thing isn't exceptional at is his ult. His ult is really good, has the ability to stun the whole team, but if the healers don't get stunned, there's a really easy chance that you don't get any kills off of it, and if you don't have a team to follow up with it, there's a chance that you just don't get any kills. But it is also a big chance to get, like, a team wipe if you knock up everybody. But, like, someone like Magneto can ult, you know, Invisible Woman or Cloak and Dagger in their ult, destroying them and causing them to, like, lose that ult. Or cancels Punisher ult, cancels Star-Lord ult, you know, does really well. You just have to be good at it. I'm not good at it. Doctor Strange ult's really good. Doctor Strange ult is, like, similar to Thing ult, but a little bit different. And probably better for getting kills, because the ghosts that you hit take damage as well. So you can kind of do double damage. And his portal is just insane, so I think he will be... I think portal is so important. And getting flamed for doing my ult at the millisecond wrong time. Yeah, that's... I think... This is the thing, though, with Thing, is I think a lot of people in the game... A big problem right now for, like... When I play ranked a bit, it's not like I'm a ranked god, but I find that, like, in bronze and gold... Like, bronze to gold... One of the biggest issues is that some people just don't ult. And I also have had this issue where you're just waiting for that perfect time, like, I'm gonna ult when this happens, you know? And you don't use your ult ever. But, you need to use your ult, because this game, you know, is very ult important. I tried. It's very important to use your ult. So, because when you have your ult, right, if you don't use it, you're wasting time that you would have had building up to your ult. And I think what the Thing is, you can miss your ult and still get it off, like, 3 times during a match. So, his ult really farms fairly quickly. So I think with the Thing, it's not that bad if you miss his ult. Though I can understand people, like, flaming you and stuff, because, you know. Nobody can be polite in the game. Then again, I'm not polite when playing Marvel Rivals either, but I don't flame people in-game. I flame people to myself. You know, like, I will play... My new favorite thing to insult people as is, I like to... Whenever I'm playing a game with, like, people that I feel like they don't know what they're doing, I don't say this to them, but I'll say this to myself, where I'm like, wow, I'm playing with a bunch of paint lickers. Like, these guys just lick paint, I guess. Like, I don't know what is going on. But that's the only way I can describe it. But yeah, I think with the Thing, his ult is very... I keep wanting to run with shift and not jump. Like, this is the dive, and it's also right-click, but I want to run with shift, not dive. But I keep forgetting that there is no, like, run. I just jumped right off. I hate slow platforms on platformers because it's not fun. But yeah, I think it's so easy to farm thing alt that his alt, if he misses it, I think it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, it's better if you hit it, because then you hit it, but if you don't hit it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Personally. Because sometimes I even hit it, and it hits a bunch of people, but I don't get anyone with it still, and you know? So... yeah, you complain in Discord VC, talk to the choir, you know. Complain to everyone else, but I just, like, as long as you're not complaining to the people, I think it's alright, you know? You should be able to express your dissatisfaction with your teammates without having to worry about it. Hey, you got it 2 seconds before me, dude. I was almost gonna get it. Appreciate you. But yeah. I feel you on that. This turned into, like, a whole thing. But I'm glad you're liking the thing. I think if everyone can find, like, a tank, healer, and DPS that they like, it just makes the game more fun. Because, not to say anything, but, like, I haven't really had a lot of opportunities. I've been basically designated healer or designated tank, so I haven't really been able to play DPS that much, which is okay. I don't really like a lot of the DPSs. I don't really like playing DPS too much in Marvel Rivals, but it's fun to be able to play different roles sometimes. Not to say that I don't like playing the thing, but sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to play tank right now. So it's nice if other people learn how to play other roles so we can mix it up. But I will play tank anytime people want me to play tank. I will play healer anytime people want me to play healer. Because I think, as much as it's like, sometimes I don't want to, it's okay to play it still, because I like playing that role. I think tank is my favorite role, because tank is pretty important, but I also feel like it's kind of one of those ones where you don't really have to do as much. Like, with Thing, I just have to right-click and walk at people. I don't really have to, like, worry about positioning too much, other than where my healers. And maybe that's just me being a bad player, too. That could just be me being negligent, so. You don't get to slam the hammer that often? True. True. A lot of bots have been popping up on Twitch recently. I've been seeing it from a lot of people. And they have a really bad strategy of just insulting you. This one didn't insult me, but there's been a lot of, like, bots being like, hey, your chat seems dead. You should buy viewers on, you know, this website. And I'm just like, that is a horrible business strategy. Hey, you fucking suck. Want to buy my product? It's like, yeah, that makes me really badly want to buy your product. It was like the VFX bots in my DMs on Twitter being like, oh, where'd you get your, I like your profile picture. Cool, I drew it. Oh, well, you need a better one. No? Yeah, a better one will get you more viewers. It's like, I drew this one. I like it. Yeah, well, it's not gonna get you viewers. Okay, goodbye. I want a melee healer. I don't know how that would work exactly, but I like melee. It would be kind of cool. I could see something like maybe a healer that hits the enemy and causes like an area of effect around them. I could see. I know there's gonna be Ultron is gonna be a healer. So Ultron puts like a drone on someone, and then you can like buff healing and attack, I think. And then he plays similarly to maybe like an Iron Man. I'm not quite sure, but that always seemed kind of interesting to me. I could definitely see more DPS-y healers coming out at some point. I know, supposedly I've heard. I thought that this was a good idea. I didn't know if they were gonna do it or not, but I thought this was a funny idea. Is that supposedly when Deadpool comes out, he is gonna be a healer, which I think is a funny idea. I think Deadpool needs to play like a DPS, but all his abilities heal. You know, like he pulls out a gun and shoots the teammates, and then that gets
Ever heard the whistle of arrows and
they get a heal. I'm trying to think of what other characters like would be cool to have as a healer or a support. Because I don't really know many people that have like healing abilities in the comics off the top of my head.
Waste of time.
Blade, maybe? Maybe. I could maybe see it, but Blade is kind of... Blade's pretty DPS-y, but I could see maybe.
It's over.
I feel like people would be upset if Blade wasn't a DPS. Not that I want him to be a DPS, but I'm trying to think of, like, healers, like Jubilee? I think her name's Jubilee. Jubilee could maybe be a support. I don't really remember her powers. Generates bright and explosive bursts of multicolor energy from her hands, which she refers to as fireworks. Yeah, I guess she could be DPS, but I could definitely see something. That could be kind of a cool, like, she could blind people or something. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, healer, a melee healer too, though. Marvel characters that use melee. Like Shang-Chi, maybe? Daredevil wouldn't be. Echo? Who's this? I'd love to see Kraven the Hunter as a tank. I feel like that would be really cool. Or he would probably be a DPS, but I feel like he could be a beefy tank. Or like Sabretooth. Mystique, maybe? I could see Mystique being like... I think they should make Mystique be like the spy in TF2. I also hope they add Laura. Domino, maybe? Domino also uses guns. I don't know what this list is. To manipulate probability in her favor. Echo is one of the few deaf superheroes, as well as being a Native American descent. She is a former lover of Daredevil and the first person to take the guise of Ronin. She has served as an Avenger and was at one time a host of the Phoenix Force. Cool. Superhuman mimicry. She also gained Bullseye's uncanny aim and Daredevil's acrobatic abilities. She doesn't seem to really have power powers. Huh. Medusa, maybe? Sorry, this has just turned into me trying to figure out characters. Medusa would be at least would be a hand-to-hand character with, or hair-to-hand character. But I don't know if she would heal. I could definitely see her giving like shield or something. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite sure. Doc Ock, maybe? Doc Ock would be sick. I would see Doc Ock would be a tank. I don't know any Marvel characters. I'm just noticing. I hope they add a famous Spider-Man villain, the Wall. That would be a great tank. They're adding characters like Hitmonkey, so I definitely could see them adding like the Wall or something. Like something ridiculous that you wouldn't expect. They seem to be adding sort of like characters that you would not think they would add. I also need to look up a character real quick. Marvel beat 'em up game coming out. Marvel Comic Invasion, is it called? Or Cosmic Invasion? Okay, Cosmic Invasion. Marvel Cosmic Invasion characters. Because I want to see... I need to find... There's a character that everybody keeps looking... Does it not tell me what characters? Nova, Spider-Man, Wolverine... Is this who? I forgot to say. I had to look up something for my friend. Sorry, what Nova Jean Grey? It was her name, if you were asking me about the character I was saying, is Phyla Vel. There's a new character in the beat 'em up game that came, or not a new character, but a character in the beat 'em up game that everybody thinks is Captain Marvel, but it's not. She has like a sword and everything, but she kind of looks similar to her. And so my friend was like, "Oh, they gave Captain Marvel a sword." I'm like, "That's not Captain Marvel." And like, "What? But she has the same logo." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not Captain Marvel." So I forgot I told him that, and I was gonna like, I'll tell you who it is. I have to look it up because I don't remember her name. She's like a very obscure, sort of not obscure character, but just not as well known. Jean Grey, I've heard, seems really interesting as a character because for Marvel Rivals, I've only heard like potential rumors and leaks, but they were saying that she has an ability that can like revive herself. It might be her ult. I'm not quite sure how it will work, but she like dies and then covers a wide area in like fire and then comes back as the Phoenix. So I'm really excited for Jean. I'm excited for all the X-Men, dude. I love X-Men. I really hope they add Laura into it as Wolverine. Though I don't know if they would call her Wolverine, because that's just her name. That's kind of the thing of, like, if they add Sam Wilson into the game, are they gonna call him Captain America, or are they gonna call him, or are they gonna choose him as Falcon? Is he gonna have the Captain America shield? When they adding Professor X, there is a rumor they're adding Professor X, but some are saying that it's not going to be Professor X in the chair, which I think would be way funnier and cooler. But they're saying it's going to be like a young Professor X before the bullet gets lodged in his spine. Cruising around a wheelchair sounds good. I think it would be so much fun. I also think it would just be good for representation of people with disabilities. I understand that it might be a difficult character to introduce because they have to make sure that the thing can like fit through walls and or like fit through things and you know. But I think it would be cool. I'm really excited for Marvel Rivals stuff. I'm gonna try my best not to spend a lot of money on the game, but if they release, like, for instance, I bought the Venom skin bundle. If they're gonna release skins that I want and also give me stuff for way cheaper than what a skin would cost, then I'm going to spend the money on it. You know, like, I would rather spend like the $5 for 2 skins than I would on one, like 16 for one, you know? 16, probably 20. Just make him fly. That's fair. They should, dude, you know what they should do? They should add him in the chair, right? But then do a team up with Magneto. When Magneto does his ult, he just picks up. He picks up Charles and chucks him. Fear Magneto! Just... Magneto! You're picking me up, Magneto! It's like Wolverine and the Thing and Hulk. Yeah, look at them. She's just jorking it over here. What the hell? Maybe I do want this character. He's a freaking gooner. I don't even know how to do that attack. She just does it on her own. Did you see her jorking it? Or am I crazy? Was she not jorking it? Also, this seems like a crazy broken attack. Like, he just doesn't seem like he can do anything about it. Maybe I want this character. Yeah, she just fucking sat there and made him take it. What the hell? Maybe I like this character. I didn't really like her when I first played her. Maybe I like her. She jorks it. She makes them take it from behind. Maybe I like this character. She talks to herself. You know what? She's just like me for real. The bruh is crazy. Dun, 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 dun. Got that far. Nah, make him grind on rails with the wheelchair. That'd be kind of fun. I think it'll be cool. I just don't know how you would do, like, mind control as a mechanic. It would kind of be cool if... I don't know how fun this would be, but it'd kind of be cool if he had, like, an ability, maybe even his ult, he just takes control of someone, like an enemy character, and they can, like, attack their teammates and stuff. I don't know if that would be fun. I don't know if that's a cool idea. I don't know if that's a cook. Because then you're, like, forcing the enemy team to fight each other. I don't know if that'd be broken. But I think it would be kind of fun. But while he's doing it, his body is, like, you know, just sitting there. So if he's not, like, hidden in a good corner or something, you can easily just kill him. I will say the only thing... They do a pretty good reason of, like, explaining most things, but, the only thing that will kind of annoy me is if they don't explain why, like, psychic characters or, like, telepath characters can affect Magneto. I guess it just makes it so he can't, like, get into his mind or whatever, but
A close call.
if they don't have some sort of interaction where it's, like, it just doesn't affect Magneto that way, then I don't know what... Look, she's jorking it! That's such a funny sentence. It's the way I said that.
Catching my aim.
Perimeter under control. Swift and decisive.
Because I do say they've done a pretty good job of, like, explaining things, because they keep going, like, Magneto is like, you are using metal spiders, haha, and then she's like, actually, it's a nanotechnology, so it's not magnetic, He's like, just a copper wire is required for me to strangle you. It's like, we're on the same team. Chill out. Like, relax, dude. A copper wire is all I need to strangle you, Mr. Stark. Relax, Jimmy Neutron's dad. Or Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron's dad is Mr. Fantastic. Ha ha!
That concludes the mission content that will be handled by Asaf.
I'll probably try to finish up as much of this stuff as I can, or as available to me, and then, depending on how much time we got, I might just go into Crab Champions. Not quite sure, though. I'm kind of mid-run, so I kind of want to see where that run goes. We may die instantly, we may die never. I need to get back into playing more Rivals. I'll probably get back into playing Comp when the next season comes out. I kind of haven't really wanted to play Comp. The only thing that I want when it comes to Comp is getting the skins from getting to Gold. That's the only thing I really want.
Surrender.
I'm very excited for the next season. I'm excited for all the new skins coming out. I'm excited for Marvel Rivals. One of the sleeper games of the year. It could win Best Game of the Year in my Game Awards. Since we were talking about that earlier, it could win Best Game of the Year. It might not, but it could. Kind of came out of nowhere and took over. Yeah, I love Rivals so much. I didn't realize how much I was going to like Rivals, because I like Overwatch. I think Overwatch is an okay game, I'm not like a hero shooter fanatic, and I'm not even a Marvel fanatic. Like, I like Marvel. Marvel is okay, but I have always been and probably will forever be a DC fanboy for the rest of my life. I like DC. I like Superman. I like Batman. You know, like, those are characters that I like. A lot of the Marvel characters that I like haven't seen a movie in, like, forever, and they're now seeing movies. We're going to have a Fantastic Four movie, and we're probably going to get more X-Men in some of the new movies coming in today. That's who I want to see, so maybe I'll become a Marvel fanatic once those guys come back. But I never really was a big Marvel fanatic until, like, only, like, early on in my life when I was watching, you know, the X-Men movies and the Fantastic Four movies, because I loved those, and those were in theaters when I was a child. So it's like that's what I like wanted when I was a kid. Like, I like that. And then Marvel Rivals came out, and I was like, it's a hero shooter. My friend is a Marvel fanatic. He loves Marvel, and I'm like, he's like, will you guys play with me? And I'm like, sure. Yeah, I saw gameplay of it, like with Doctor Strange and Jeff and stuff, and I was like, this doesn't look that fun. It looks really unbalanced and not really interesting, you know, like during the beta, and I was like, this just doesn't look really fun. It just seems like it's cool, but I don't think it's going to be anything I'm going to want to play. I didn't like that it was third person, you know. I was like, I much prefer first person. Like, Overwatch is first person, so it's so much better. And then the game came out, and I'm like, this is a phenomenal game. Like, holy shit, this is addicting and fun. Yeah, I love the original X-Men movies. Original X-Men movies, Wolverine, you know, I love that shit. What was it? First Class? I love First Class. Except that they killed Darwin in the first, like, 5 seconds of the movie, and he's literally supposed to be a mutant that is unkillable. And they kill him. His literal entire gimmick is that he adapts to any situation around him. And they killed him in the first 5 seconds of the movie, basically. But I love those movies. That's something we should do in the Discord one of these days. Is I keep thinking about movie nights. We should watch, like, old X-Men movies or something. I keep saying, like, High School Musical, like, you know, Ghibli movies. I haven't done any of them. But if I don't get to see the Princess Mononoke in IMAX, I'm going to watch Princess Mononoke in the Discord just because I'm going to be sad. We were thinking about potentially going on a trip to go see it, but it snowed literally the day we decided we wanted to do that. And we don't want to drive down if it's going to be snowy on the highway. It's not safe. So, it's sad. But they didn't want to bring it over here. I would have went multiple times, maybe even. Favorite movie of all time, but okay. Just don't bring it over here. I watched the old Fantastic Four movies like a while back, a couple months ago, and I gotta say the first one for me lives up to my memories. Like, I remember loving it. And, but the second one did not. I did not like the second one with the Silver Surfer. I thought it was cool. Like, Silver Surfer was cool, but just his motivations didn't make a lot of sense. The situations that were happening around them didn't really make a lot of sense. And it wasn't a super entertaining movie. For me, at least. I thought it was fine. Like, it was a fine movie. I wouldn't say it was bad. But the first movie, I was like, holy shit, this hits. This hits exactly as I remember. I knew exactly, like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Fantastic Four movie. And I was like, yeah. Chris Evans, I think it is, right? As fucking Johnny Storm. Was incredible. The Thing's portrayal was one of my favorites ever. Though I really, really like The Thing in the new movie coming out. I really like how he looks. He looks so good. So I'm really excited for the new Fantastic Four movie. New Fantastic Four movie is gonna be fire. Wait, say that again. Yes, is peak movie dialogue. Dude, I love that so much. I know it's corny as shit, but I love it. It's so funny. Dude, we're fantastic. Wait, say that again. Like that shit. Oh, that's peak, dude. Yeah, I love it. So good. And then the old X-Men movies were fantastic. I'm so happy Channing Tatum got to play Gambit. Because I remember, like everybody, like all my friends, right? I remember all my friends loved Gambit. Oh, I have to do it here. I thought it was telling me to go press a button. All my friends loved Gambit. It was $3 USD. Yeah, it's about $5 Canadian once with tax and everything. So it's $3 USD. Like, it's a good deal. But like, I remember everybody was like, there's a rumor that the Gambit movie's coming out. Like, there's gonna be a Gambit movie. Everybody's like, Gambit movie, what? Gambit movie? And everybody's so hyped for the Gambit movie. And it unfortunately just never happened. And so getting to see him play Gambit finally and be funny and cool, like, oh, it was so cool. Gambit is hot, yeah. Oh, bro, I was literally about to say, I'm like, oh, T, if you get the bundle, you can get the Hawkeye skin. And I was like, that was my selling point to you about the bundle. I completely forgot I told you that. Yeah, T can get the Hawkeye skin. And now you got Cheeto Orange Venom. Stupid, dumb. I'm gonna go look for other coins while that runs around. I think the biggest thing for me is I really hope they do more bundles like that, because I will buy those bundles. Like, I bought this bundle mainly because I liked the Venom skin, and then the added bonus of getting a free skin was really nice. So if they have more skins that I genuinely like, and they want to give them away for $3, I will buy more bundles. I don't know if there is a time limit for how long it takes for you to complete the bundle. Like, if you need to complete it within a certain time period. I can't imagine that, because they let you finish the battle passes at any time. So, you could probably finish the bundle whenever. But, I'm trapped. I think this bundle concept is going to make them a lot of money. Seeing companies like Riot, you know, causing $200 or making you spend $200 for a skin, you know, versus Marvel Rivals making you pay $3 for 2 skins, a nameplate, and a spray, like, is kind of nuts. I want to hope that Marvel Rivals keeps it up, but Marvel Rivals right now is a masterclass of showing people what to do. Why is Venom orange? Is he running for presidency? Yeah. No, it's actually, if you want to know, like, the legitimate question or answer to that question, so for the beta of the game, they gave everybody a blue Venom skin if you played for the beta. And the blue Venom skin is from Marvel vs. Capcom. It was one of his colors. And this is another color variant from that fighting game that you could have had. One of the costumes was orange. So it's actually kind of sick. And it looks really good. And also, it kind of makes him look like he's made out of Fanta. So, I missed that one coin. I'm going back for it. But Loki also ran for president. So someone needs to get the Loki sprays on the new Venom skin. And they're adding a twerking Venom emote. In all colors of the rainbow is Marvel going woke. God damn it. Your funny joke made me not look up. I blame you. Not to get into that kind of... We already talked about a little bit of stuff like yesterday, but one of my favorite things is the CEO that runs GameStop was like, we want to remove GameStop from Canada because of woke and DEI hires. I'm like, this is the most random, like, you're just saying words. Like, you're not even saying, like, reasons. Like, I want to move out of Canada because of happy and feelings. It's like, what do you, it's not a thing. Like, it's just, you're just describing, like what does it even mean? It's not like woke media or something. It's just like, because of woke. Makes me laugh. How's it going, Flare? Definitely not reminding me to turn on streamer bot. Okay. I'm God. Oh my God. The misuse of DI is the worst thing. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Going all right, just got home. Nice. Welcome home. Hope you had a fantastic day. I went out with some friends to a convention. Does it let me grab these coins? No? It just makes me go through them? I went to like a convention thing with my friends and got a bunch of stuff. I need to... You guys got to remind me to show you the Pokemon card wood carving things that I got.
It's over.
As a word, yeah. Yeah, that's fair, Potato. Yeah, the use of DI as a word is the worst thing. Not DI hires. Yeah, absolutely. That's funny.
It's over. My blade is already sheathed. It's pointless to resist.
It's pointless to resist.
Abnormal ethereal detected.
Oh, this looks like a new boss.
The enemy utilizes
Pompeii?
and may use them to
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before?
press forward. My blade is already. I swear on my blade.
It's either a new boss or a boss I just haven't seen yet. Get dodge, nerd. That wasn't even me. That was the auto one. Oh no. Oh no. He's doing the, like, the motorcycle guy's attacks. Maybe he's just a reskin of the motorcycle guy. At least when he gets off the bike. Oh, he does seem like he does different stuff. Pop. Get parried, nerd. Ooh, dash through. Charge attack. Get frozen. I love the music in Zenless. You can't really hear it right now over all the slashing, but it is so good. I'm getting fucked.
My turn.
Whoop!
Waste
What?
time.
Damn.
My blade strikes. Let's finish the job.
Live and learn. Take me to the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn. Look it. See, she's just jorking it, and he can't do anything about it.
Enemy suspecting six shall pay. Resistance to evil.
I was laughing because So I don't know if this is controversial, but I saw like, so people have been calling like a lot of different gacha games like Gooner games, and a lot of people have been defending that, like from all different sides. And I'm just like, for me, right? I would consider Zenless Zone Zero to be a Gooner game. You know, whether you believe that or not, that's your thing. I think it's not that it's a Gooner game, is that people commonly goon to the game. And I don't know, I see this as like, I play this game because it's fun and I think it's cool, but I also am like, oh, hot woman, right? You know? So I'm like, to me, if someone calls this a Gooner game, like, I'm not offended, right? But some people, you know, do get offended. I think it's because some people, like, don't even think of it that way. Like, they're like, this game is just fun. I like the character designs, you know, it's not even like, ooh, pretty woman or anything, or like, hot man or pretty man, hot woman, you know? Like, it's just people play it for fun. And, but it made me laugh because someone posted on Reddit, like, why do people keep calling Zenless Zone Zero a Gooner game? It's not a Gooner game. It's like, blah, blah, blah. And then the post right under of it was Polchara's Day Off, and it's just a picture of Polchara, the character from Zenless, in like a crop top and like tight shorts, laying on a bed, and her boobs are all like out and stuff. And it's just really funny. like why do people call it a Gooner game? The post below. Did I complete all of these? Oh. Oh, there's a whole new thing, I guess. So, alright. Okay. We can investigate things we've already investigated to get other stuff. And then there's this that gets us other things. Alright. I don't know. I think you shouldn't be ashamed to be a gooner. It's life, you know? Life's too short. Goon. I also like saying goon a lot, so I think that might have also contributed to my opinion on the subject. Because I think it's funny to say goon.
Let's finish the job. My blade is already sheathed. It's pointless to resist. Good.
Is there anything around here that I need? I guess I would just do the free roam if I want to get all the items.
Resistance is futile. It's over. Victory, the only option. Weakling.
I also need to remember to move the cool Pokemon card wood things from wherever I left them, because I definitely just left them in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, but somewhere downstairs. You never got your friend code in ZZZ? Oh yeah, I should do that. I haven't really been, We haven't really talked about it other than like passing by where we're like, oh yeah, I played today.
My blade is already.
Hey, I should give you that. 'Cause I think I only got Tree and Mems on this. And I don't even know if Mems plays anymore. Not that you can really do anything with people other than play the arcade games.
Enemies expecting quick. They'll pay. It's over. Surging slash. Way to hit. Yeah. Let's finish the job.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I don't know how we do this attack. I don't know how we get to this point, but I'm glad we do. I've been playing daily for a hot minute. Nice. Nice. Okay. So I gotta do those side missions as well. Wait, that. I kind of like this character. I might be saving up for her. This might be... Yanagi is probably the next person I'm saving up for. I actually kind of like playing her. I don't really understand how to play her, but I kind of like playing her. So I'm going to buff her in this. Okay, I want to save that for the next thing I can do. And then we gotta do these. They're usually short. This might just be a Zenless Zone Zero stream. I did not realize I was gonna do my dailies. I gotta take off. I gotta exit this thing too to get the thing. Don't let me forget, because I will forget. I like how it's like meet up with Sokaku and I have her on my team. The only issue is I don't think Yanagi fits in any of my teams. I mean, nobody's gonna fit into my team until I get another Ether character that I like. And there's only like 3 of them in the game. So Nicole's gonna be upset no matter what. But this girl kind of looks like, could be like Nicole's older sister. Astra is so fun if she comes around again. I like Astra, I do, and I probably would pick her up again. But, I don't know, I couldn't really get used to her. Maybe if I had her more often, I would, or like, a lot, I would be able to, like, enjoy her playstyle a little bit more. But I remember just kind of not really vibing with it as much. Not saying it's bad, but I think I might try Astra again. Especially because I have Evelyn, but... And support characters are pretty fun. Like, I have Nicole is pretty fun, and then I want to build Lucy and Bernice as the 2 new characters I want to build after I finish Evelyn. And Lucy's been a lot of fun to play. I played her during the story a little bit. When Bernice and Lucy are fighting the evil guys. She's a background character for the most part, yeah. I think if you have a character, I think Astra's perfect because should be great for like Miyabi, I think, because I basically only play Miyabi almost in fights. So you know, like having Astra, just switch to her, have her set up, switch to Miyabi, start doing a bunch of damage, you know. I think it would be really good. Miyabi has become one of my favorites. She was not one that I went out of my way for. I just happened to pull her. And now she's like one of my favorites. I really hope they do the Genshin thing. I think every gacha game should do this, but I really hope they do the Genshin thing where you can build like a house for them and stuff. I think some kind of feature where you can do stuff outside of battle for them is important for me. Like, I like being able to be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, we fight with these characters, but I want to make sure they have a nice house, you know? Or like a room, you know, play a room where you can get furniture for them. I don't really know if that would work in a game like this. You'd probably have to do like missions to get items or something, maybe. That would be like how you do it, but that was my favorite thing from Genshin, and I really think that there should be things you can do outside of the game with your, like, that's why I really like this game's like mechanic for inviting people out to do stuff, because it just adds a thing of like getting to know your character, and it makes more of a connection to that character. I think it's kind of cool. Piper's your favorite? I think I have Piper maxed, so maybe I should check her out, but she just hasn't been someone that I like find appealing as a character, though it seems cool.
Such provocations don't go unanswered. Perimeter under control. Blade is already sheathed.
Piper, Pulchara, Astra. Pretty cool. Do they have the team-ups together? Like, did those characters vibe, or do you just like them because of how they play together? Because that's what I like. My team doesn't really have like max happiness, but I kind of like trying to make sure they do. I think it adds to it a bit. And it's probably just better overall. I can see Piper and Pulchara maybe working together because they have the same types. And Astra probably just needs like a DPS. Yeah, they probably work together, all three. Astra works with Piper, and then Piper and Pulchara work off one another. Makes sense. Because it's interesting because Evelyn, and I don't know if Astra is the same, but like Evelyn doesn't have a thing that says like someone from their team or whatever. So they don't really have a squad they work with. They just work with each other. So I think it's just if you get a support with Evelyn, it works, and if you get like an attacker or whatever Evelyn's called, it works with Astra. So since Piper is that same type, they would work together. Oh. Dude, I hate this fucking music. They make like a snapping sound. It sounds like someone is behind me snapping. Or like snapping from the other room. I don't know if we need to do anything with these balls. Or if they're just around. No. Oh, stream went down? No? Did the stream go down? No? Okay. That must have just been Twitch on my side there. That was random. No? Yeah, it just was like usually when it's like, oh, player, you know, problem, that usually means my stream went down, but must have just been Twitch on my side that I'm viewing. That I have like the chat up and everything. Okay, sweet. This shit kind of reminds me of Infinity Nikki, like the puzzles. I'm gaming. I'm gay. Rude. I'm gaming. Yeah. Ooh. They call me the gamer. Whoop, whoop. They call me the gamer, man. They call me the gamer. Okay, that's all I need. I'm just trying to get the coins. I don't care if I fall. Call me the gamer. Call me the gamer. Great job, Sukaku. Sukaku says to herself. Ugh. We're halfway to that one I want. Oh, man. I keep forgetting to give you my ID. Oh, I have my UI. I can give you my UID. I forgot. I forgot that that's what you needed. I think that's what you need, right? UID, Merlin, is this. I'm going to type it in chat for you. Okay, that's my UID for anybody that wants to friend me on Zenless. I'll happily accept.
Manager. Damn. I wanted to try to get that without having it lined up perfectly to see if it would work on the box. I've never run into these guys before. I maybe I've run into that robot that's standing up, but not the little guys. It's pointless to resist.
Dude, this move is so broken. What is this, man? Is this how it always works? Like, it's not gonna win you any prizes for finishing a thing on time, but... like, you can't do anything. If I was doing a hitless run, I'd be using this all the time. This shit's broken, what the fuck? whole area over there, though. I don't want to go there. Up. I had dodged it. I don't need that, but I'm gonna grab it anyways. I'll probably push that there.
It's over.
Spam through dialogue.
Let's finish the job. Surrender. Your enemy is section 6 shall pay. Waste of time.
All right, I'm gonna do this opposite. I'm gonna go from the end to the front. Go opposite, so when I finish it, it will be complete. Nice. Very satisfying. Sometimes I think about dialogue options in games like these, and I think, like, it doesn't matter what I say. Like, obviously, it's gonna precede me through the exact same thing they were gonna do. And then it made me think about Pokemon and how they give you dialogue options that do basically the same thing. The only, like, times when selecting something matters is when you select, like, your starter. But I imagine if, like, so I always think back to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Professor Rowan asking, like, will you take on this challenge to complete the Pokedex for me? And I remember as a kid, I said no. Because I overthought it and got really stressed, thinking, I'm like, I don't think I can. Like, I don't think I really know how to get all the Pokemon and be able to do it. So I don't think I will fill out the Pokedex. I'm sorry, Professor Rowan. Like, I really got seriously stressed about it when I was younger. And Professor Rowan obviously is like, oh, I didn't hear you. Come again? Will you fill out this Pokedex for me? And then you have to say yes, right? And I was really, like, genuinely stressed about it. I thought Professor Rowan was going to come after me at the end of the game for not completing the Pokedex. But imagine if you just, like, if they're like, will you complete the Pokedex for me? And you're like, no. And they're like, okay, whiny bitch. And it just starts playing the credits. Like, games don't do that enough. Where they're just like, okay.
Let's finish the job. Waste of time. Yep.
Golden Sun did something like that? Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure there's like one game that I've played that's done something like that.
Our final.
I have her maxed out. No, I have this. I can get that. I said I was halfway through, but I was actually 100 off. I'm just kind of silly in the brain sometimes, you know? What the heck? Add a friend. Merlin. Oh. Look at all of my friends. I want you guys to see. Look at all my friends. They all have Corrin's freaking thing. Where you say no to saving the world and at the start and the credits roll, that's really funny. Block list, add the block list. Let's check your info. Yeah, look at the squad up here. Sheesh.
Is the concert starting?
You got Astra, you got Polchara, you got Ben, you got Piper,
Good day,
you got
Proxy.
Luciana Di Montefuego,
Ready.
and Sokaku. I don't know what I have on my personal... Yeah, I have just these guys. Sokaku might get dethroned. Sukaku, honestly, might get dethroned by
Good day, Proxy.
Lucy. A lot of blondes. It's cute. Yeah, I just have my wife, you know. Yeah. Yeah. 2 more of these. I was gonna say there's a high chance that a Zenless Zone Zero character wins Best Character in the Game Awards because last year Yinlin won, but I'm like, actually no, Yinlin did not win. It was Nancy Chan that won. I like the idea that it's based off of like the games I play, because I feel like this is going to be a very RPG-centric year for me. And so, like, the Best RPG of the Year award is going to be a hard-fought one to win. Nancy Chan is Best Girl. My favorite Nancy Chan moment was when we used her on Ryo Aoki. My friend recently started Yakuza 0. He's had it for years but hadn't played it, and I've just like kind of me and my other friend have just been trying to convince him to play it. But the only thing is he doesn't like he's like, is it a very cutscene centric game? And I'm like, it kinda is if you're just playing the story. Like, he just wants to play the story, so I said, like, it is, but it's worth it, and he's just doesn't want to play a game like that unless he has a snack, is what he said. So sometimes it's like he's got to be in that mood.
Good work, Chief.
He's got to be in the mood to play a game that has a lot of cutscenes. That's how I feel about, like, One Piece. I think even if we have it lined up, it's still not going to work until we touch it. Oh, I wasn't even right either. It's too low. Get low, get low, get low, get low through the window. Wow. Zenless is the type of game that you'll start playing, just be like, oh, I'm going to do a little bit of something, and you get dragged into it, you know? I was doing the story. I think I was actually doing the story that you did recently, Merlin, or the last time we talked about Zenless. Because you were like, I don't care if I'm in action. I like, let me out. And I was like, I feel like it was the same thing because I had to play as Billy, and you were talking about like, oh, I have to play as Billy again. I think you're probably farther ahead of me at this point, but I think we're at similar parts. I hate Billy. I like him. He's fine, but he's not fun to play. Absolutely not. I don't hate playing him. He's just not fun. I would prefer not to play him. Z tier. Legend ZA tier. Who's excited for Legend ZA? I am. Answer my own question. I think 3 more we gotta do of these. At least the side questy ones are just fast. I added a couple more Pokemon to the list of potential team members in Legend ZA. I added Meowstic to the list. And I added Frostlass. And I think there was Snorunt in one of the trailers, or I made that up. I probably made that up. But Frostlass will be on a team sooner or later anyways. It's more of just like Pokemon I want to play with. Since Galil... Oh yeah, Galili has a Mega! Dodoy! That's probably what I was thinking. That's really funny. Thank you. Okay. I was like, why? Because I just was like, why did I think that it was in the game? Like, why was I like... Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be in the game. I don't know if... To be fair, I don't know if Meowstic is in the game. I don't know if that was in a trailer. But I just assumed because Lumiose City. Same with Carbink.
My blade is already heated.
And in the trailer, you can fight indoors in one of the places, which is kind of cool, which makes me hope that there's maybe a chance that we're going to get a cave area that you can play in. I feel like if they added a giant cave area under the city, that would make a lot of my worries go away for wanting to, you know, like, fearing that it's going to be too small of a map.
Mind and body. Resistance is futile.
Clear mind. Arrows fly through.
Surura Catacombs? Yeah, exactly. I want an underground area really badly. Because if it's only the city and only specific parts of the city, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want like a wild area that's a cave under the city that has different biomes or something. Something. Since Paris is pretty famous for those, yeah. I really, really hope so. Even make it like a classic RPG dungeon style, like a maze that you can find different Pokemon in. I do really like, though, the idea that in the daytime is all catching Pokemon and exploring. At nighttime, it's full-on battles where there's trainers everywhere and you gotta fight to the death to increase your rank so you can get a wish. I wonder how that will work, and I wonder if the evil team is actually going to be like those guys that work at the institute or whatever. I don't know what they're called. But here's actually my theory of what I think is going to happen. Are you guys ready for my crackpot theory? Is I think that there's going to be some sort of I think there's going to be some sort of, like, the wish thing's going to happen. But I think it's going to be related to the ultimate weapon, like the weapon that AZ used to bring back his Floette and had to use a bunch of Pokemon to save it or to like use it. I think it's going to be something like that, where we're going to be fighting for this wish, but at the end we're going to realize that our wish is actually being used to like cause pain to a lot of Pokemon or something, or like people are going to be sacrificed for our wish, and then we have to either not wish or choose to like wish everyone to go back or something like that. That's my theory, because I can't imagine it's going to be anything crazy, but maybe. Oh, Merlin. Also, unrelated to anything else, I took a screenshot of the dialogue, but I was like, I need to send this to Merlin because it makes me laugh. But Soul Hackers 2 just feels like a Yakuza game, because so Arrow is from like an orphanage, right? And they're talking about the orphanage, and Arrow explains that the orphanage is a Yatagarasu front, so that they can find kids with powers to turn into devil summoners. And the owner of the person that works the orphanage is an ex Yatagarasu member. So they're like an ex like gang member working at an orphanage. That doesn't make sense. And I'm like, this is a Yakuza game. This is just a Yakuza game. Meowstic was shown a few times. Okay, I didn't know if it was or not, but thank you for clearing that up. I just remember I'm like, oh, it's Lumiose, X and Y, Meowstic came out in X and Y, they're gonna have those. It's literally Yakuza, man. There's literally areas in it where I'm like, this is 100% just like a place that someone would die in Yakuza. 100%. And the plot's getting a lot, like, really good. It's kind of giving me SMT3 vibes a little bit. Though a lot of SMT games is, like, rebuilding the world, so... It's not like it's a completely specific topic to SMT3. I don't know if I said Yakuza, but I meant Shin Megami Tensei 3 is about changing the world. The SMT storyline.
Weakling. No room for mercy. My blade is already sheathed.
So in the Masu lore, I definitely think I want... Arrow is either going to be related in some way to Kiryu through Haruka, or he's gonna be like a Ichiban Kasuga child, I think. Like, not directly related to them, like, it's not gonna be like Ichiban's child or anything, but he's gonna be like in that line, I think. Makes sense. Because I think they also revealed that the game takes place after the 21st century. So, it's like 100 years from now. So, this one's probably the furthest in the future than any other game. I also thought of some kind of cool... So, I thought of a kind of a cool idea for the Masu lore. This is going to get really sweaty and nerdy. If you guys don't know what the Masu lore is, it's just like... We try to connect all the games we play together. Not all the games, but most of the games together. And so I was thinking about... the Distortion World / the Doom Dimension in Bakugan. And I was thinking... so, like, the whole thing with the Doom Dimension that I find funny is that... the whole point of it is that it's really hard to get out of, but in the show, basically the entire show is just spent people leaving, you know? So, I think that, I think that this is my idea for the Doom Dimension stuff, and why it's so easy to leave, is I think that in Minecraft, the end is... Like, the end dimension is a part of the Doom Dimension. So, it is, like, it is like the on the edge of the Doom dimension, basically. And it is the gate between the Doom dimension and our world. And the reason people go, the Doom dimension is a place you cannot get out of, it's impossible, is because it saps your life force, right? So when you're in it, you get sent really far to like one of the end islands, right? Like the end islands are super far off. So it's hard to, if you're spawning on the end island, you're not going to get to the main island really easily, right? It saps your life force, traps you in there. There's no food, right? Other than those like, than the chorus fruit, right? So I'm thinking all that, right? So it's the Doom dimension, and if they even can make it to the island, right? They're getting targeted by a dragon, and they have to kill it to get out of it. So you think, yeah, that's incredibly difficult for you to escape. But the reason why it's so easy now is because, or not easy now, but it's easier, and people are able to escape, is because Minecraft Masu is a doofus and didn't understand what the end was. Like, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't know what that is. So he puts eyes in the portal, jumps into the portal, and kills the guardian that is protecting things from escaping. So now people can escape because the Ender Dragon isn't alive anymore. That's my added little lore bit of why it's actually not impossible to escape from the Doom dimension, and people do it all the time if they're strong enough.
My blade is already sheathed.
So, I think that makes sense, and I think it's funny. So that's kind of like the working theory of why that happens. Will Chain play Doom for the lore? What even is Doom's lore? Isn't it like he goes to, they go to like Mars and fights demons or something? I do have a Doom game as well. I do have one. I don't know if they're good ones, but I do have one. I got it with Amazon Prime, which, speaking of Amazon Prime, I need to not only check if Mama Asu can resubscribe to me, but I need to see what games are available. I mean, I guess I would learn what Doom's lore is about by playing the game. A little bit, at least.
It's over.
But yeah, I was thinking a lot about it, and then I was thinking about... This is kind of more of the...
That was 1 in 100, I guess.
His bunny got killed, and that's why he's killing demons. That's really funny. I was thinking... I try not to go, like, too crazy with the base of the lore for my lore, because I don't want to build this... I talked about this the other day, but I'm like, I don't want to build this foundation. This guy's crazy. I don't want to build a foundation that I'm not happy with later down the line, so I don't want to, like, go too crazy and then have to follow all these rules and write myself into a corner. So I want to keep it somewhat open-ended as much as possible, but I basically came to the conclusion, I don't know if I'm going to stick to it, but I came to the conclusion that we have characters like Pip that are somewhat gods, but I don't want them to be, like, gods in the sense of, like, a god of fertility or a god of, like, I want, like, my Minecraft world specifically to be able to have gods that aren't related to Pip in any way, and is not the same thing. So I kind of came up with the idea of Pip and, like, Toru and those kind of characters, the characters that give Masu their powers, and, like, someone like Arceus as well would be known as an infinite instead of a god. So they are a specific being that is god-like, but is in a separate thing. And almost like... They're almost like entities rather than things, where gods are just like objects of worship. Like, a god could be like a giant monster, or a god could be an actual omnipotent thing in the world, like a harvest god, or a person that is just that strong, you know, to be considered a god. That's how I like to look at it. So, like, if you look at things like SMT, you know, like Lucifer, and, like, and all those characters, and, like, Zeus and stuff, those aren't infinite, they're gods. Like, they're separate, you know, from what Pip and Toru and, I can't remember what my friend said, but I have another one that I'm thinking of adding, but that kind of stuff. He's an alien who is bred to fight or something. He sides with humanity despite his objectives. Interesting. I like the bunny one more. I like the bunny lore more. But that's not the real lore. Is he gonna just keep getting stunned? Yeah, he just keeps getting stunned. This move is broken. I don't know if it's gonna be as broken as, like, in real battles, or it's just broken because of how, like, this minigame made her. But this seems busted. That's cool. I might play Doom. I always thought Doom was like like he went to Mars and fought demons or something like that. Like he was a human that went to Mars. I don't know where Mars came from. Ugh. Completed all that. Is it not going to give me enough of these things for everything? Did I choose the wrong items? No, I guess we got to do these. We got to find these, which is probably through free exploration. Yeah. Okay. If I do free exploration, can I, like, explore and find the things and use, like, a map? Or do I have to memorize that? Mars is a colony that you go to in Doom 1. Oh, I see. Okay, they do have a map for me. Sweet. So, no, we gotta go this way. Yeah, I think there's one down here. Where would this... Maybe it's... Gotta go up here or something? No? Huh, where's... Oh, it's up there. Okay. So yeah, maybe we do have to go around? How do we get up there? I keep hitting M for map. Yeah, how do we get up there? Huh. It's right there. You'd imagine you go around, but it doesn't look like the map leads that way. Is this gonna be really annoying? Okay, is there anything else on this area that I can get? Did this just... I'm so confused. There's an item over there. Is this gonna frustrate me? Because I can stop playing this if it's gonna frustrate me. Alright, let's see. There's one here. Okay, let's try this way. Yeah, this way just led me back here. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. So you had to lower the thing down to get the item. I always knew it was Martians. How do I get... So we need to find something that lets me view that. I don't know. There's a thing over here, apparently. Yep. Mars is the place that Hell invaded first after Earth, I think. Cool. I think also to make my lore even more complicated than it needs to be, I was thinking that because I was thinking that we have multiple like dimensions. So we have like the Doom dimension, which is also the distortion world, that's a separate like dimension from ours, and then we have the digital world, which is a separate dimension from ours. But then we have like realms. So like the Nether is a realm of our world. It's not necessarily a separate world entirely. It's kind of how I felt like I wanted to do it, because I didn't want like every game that has its own different like thing to be its own world, you know, like its own universe. Because then if we start going like, oh, you know, like the Nether is like this place, like this world, then it's, you know. We go to Hell and Doom 1 to teach them demons a lesson. I don't know the to go. I couldn't do the whoop because my throat hurt so much. I think I might end it here, honestly. I could probably find this stuff later. I think I might just end here. So if you guys would stick around for the raid, I would sincerely appreciate it. It was a pretty good stream. I was thinking we were going to do more than Zenless Zone Zero, but it ended up just being a Zenless Zone Zero stream. Ayumi is still going for her streamathon. Her birthday-a-thon. Good for her. Good for me, because I like watching Ayumi. Who is... I don't know if there's anybody... Kiryu? Oh, Kiryu's on. You know what? I'm gonna raid Kiryu. Wood cards, thank you. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Potato. I will send you guys a picture of it. We're gonna send you to Kiryu Kaiju. Kiryu Kaiju. BT, they're playing Repo right now. I will see you guys on Monday for the next stream on YouTube. We'll probably be doing some Pokemon. We're doing the chain lock. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Got a lot of polychromes. Let's see how many pulls we have. I'm not going to do any pulls, but let's see how many pulls we have. I have 6 on top of that. That's probably about... We have 6 and 24. So we have 30 pulls. That's not bad. But considering the next S rank is 90 pulls, I literally have max pity for the next one. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. If I don't see you on Monday, I'll see you on Thursday. If I don't see you on Thursday, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Matane. Bye-bye. Go say hi to Kiryu for me. Bye-bye.